All right. It's Jared here from Crypto Plan. And how are you going on this lovely evening, maybe morning, maybe afternoon, wherever you are in the world? We're going to have a look at Hathor. And we're going to hold your Hathors because we have some bullish news for Hathor. It's going to say there's some more price action to come. Alright, so before we get into this video, you know the deal. If you're hovering over that like button and you're like forgetting to press it or you don't want to press it, just press it. Click the like button. Just do it now. Get it over and done with. Subscribe if you're sitting on the fence and click that notification bell if you choose. Anyway, hold on to your Hathor. That's the title of the video. And why are we holding on to Hathor? Now, like I say, usually, I'm not a huge fundamental guy. Like, I know partnerships are important. I know, sentiment is important, likability of a project, who it teams up with, that sort of thing. But one thing is important for crypto, and that is listing. And so we've got over here, we go to Twitter, Hathor gets listed on CoinMetro. So it's on another exchange. That's good news for a new token. More people are able to get it. Naturally, more people are going to buy it. More buying pressure. Hopefully the price goes up. So you can see over here, and I just thought I'd mention it, that you can get some free Hathor if you suggest questions for their AMA that is coming up very soon, or if you want to be involved in the AMA. I like these things. I generally kind of listen to these Hathor AMAs, not in great detail, but just to kind of get a feel for where they're at, like how they're progressing professionally and, what they're selling to people and how positive it seems, so it's always good to get on those sort of things and see what's going on. But back to the chart, because that's what we do. You can see I have some new lines drawn on the chart. So previous all-time high, 163, tested that again just recently on the 7th of April, $1.80, but did not want to break through, and that's fair enough because that's what happens, right? 1, 2, 3 upper tests, but in general we've been going low, higher, low, right? So we're in an uptrend. We've got this kind of symmetrical triangle to break through. Be very interesting to see what happens overnight if we kind of break through here and continue to go, or we break through and come back and test and then kind of come through here and then fire off to the upside. So good news, this could kind of accelerate the consolidation for Hathor, the fact that it's got a new listing. I don't know. I'm not sure how big CoinMetro is. I might have to do a little bit of research on that. But like I say, I don't generally do too much fundamental research. I don't mind. I'm holding Hathor. I bought a little bit more recently because I'm bullish on it. It's a good project, good coin. So hold on to your Hathors. That's the title of the video. Now, we also want to have a look at game credits. We'll have a look at game credits. I think it feels like people are freaking out a little bit, but I just want to remind you, we've got the cup here, we've got the downtrend line, we've tried to break out of it. We've definitely dipped below it on this 4 hourly, but we're still in the cup, so bottom. So it's spending a little bit more time bottoming, if you know what I mean. But the thing is, and I used to be like this, and I still am like this. Some days I'm like, why won't you go to the upside and make me feel better? And it's like, what's the point? The only upside you really care about is this when you're selling, so whether it's at 36 cents because you bought in at 29, or whether it's at 31 cents because you bought in at 29 and it hasn't gone up much and your portfolio doesn't look bigger on paper, they're just more buying opportunities. So if this is anywhere near your cost basis, or if you want to add to it, just be thankful in a way that it's still consolidating and you can buy it at a discount, compared to where it was, so we know where it wants to go. We know it wants to be above 60. So there was bullishness that put it up to 60. Now it's pulling back, gathering some energy, storing some energy for the next move, which is going to be at least 60 cents and beyond, So we know the targets, 90, $1, $1.80, depending on how bullish it is. But, I do feel like it wants to push up there to $1.80 before the next consolidation. That's, the logical level on the chart that I see where there's some resistance, right? So 195, so somewhere in this zone between 97 and 199. But you can see here there's a chunk of action in this zone. So if we just go and let's just draw it out. Let's draw that zone out. So somewhere in that zone is where we're heading. Whether it's $1.38 to $2 odd, probably not the upper side of that, because there's a lot of junk here. There's a lot of resistance. So it will find some traffic there. We'll find some shakiness. And we could go to my monthly chart. Is it? I think if we go to the monthly chart, we don't want Kefi Gold and Copper. We want HAThors. No, we want game credits. You idiot. No, it's not that one we want. We wanted the 2-week chart, the breakout chart. Load new chart, breakout. It's already on game. There we go. So yeah, you can see where we have to get out, and that, so breaking above $1.10 is it's gonna fly then, because once we're out of this cloud, so this Ichimoku cloud, you're always gonna, like, to break entirely through a cloud that big in one move is like pretty much unheard of, especially for an altcoin like this, So it made a good effort. It got itself through it. So it was always going to find some turbulence. So there's a couple of options. It goes sideways until this cloud's over, and then kind of up here, up back at the 50, 60 cents, it kind of flies up and goes really bullish, or it makes a break earlier, finds its way out at $1.10, then pushes up, towards this $3.50 mark, which would be also a little bit of resistance, because that's a solid level there. That's kind of the 702 retracement of all-time highs, right? But essentially we have a little bit of work to do. This is why the chart will consolidate for a while, because this cloud is the turbulence, is the disturbance that is there, So, and you can see it back here, that coming into this price level took a lot of time. So the fact that we popped out and we got up there, pulled back, and we've been into this turbulent zone back from January 2017 it all makes sense. It all makes sense, wherever there's high volume, high level of volume, there's going to be a level of resistance, right? So that's where we are. I can see another fortnight in here, so this is going to come down, maybe kind of get a small little green doji candle here, and then kind of fly on out of there. And once we're pushing out of 80, 90, out of the cloud here, then we're going to fire to the upside, which is natural. That's what's going on. That's what's happening in the world. If we go back and just see other ones like Peercoin pushing its way out, we're going to see a big move in Peercoin. It's nearly out of the cloud. EOS, same. If you think we've had a good month, it's going to be even better once it's out of the cloud. All these long-term resistances. You can see like ZRX pushed heavily out of the cloud, but it drew back and wanted to be near that cloud before it kind of kept going out of there, right? XRP has only just broken out of the cloud. Look what happened. Broke out of the cloud. Next month, massive candle. So, these other charting tools, and I am no expert on them. I just know that sometimes you can see price reacting to these sort of charting tools. They're not things that I would buy and sell because of. They're just things that help you understand why there's turbulence, you know. So you can sit here on XRP and go, oh yes, it was the SEC that caused this dip, but the reality is it probably over dipped because of the SEC, but it pushed its way into the cloud, it retraced. It was probably meant to just touch that what was it, the 3-year moving average. Probably meant to tap that 3-year moving average, 35 cents, and then kind of grind its way sideways. But it overcorrected, gave us a buying opportunity, and then it had to do all the work again and get through that cloud, right? Pops out of the cloud, gets sucked back in, creeps its way out of the cloud, bang, fires on out of there once it's out of the cloud. So, you know, these other things that you can kind of use, look at, that other traders and chartists and people over the years have figured out that, you know, there's previous resistance in a chart that the price action of an asset has to make its way through before it really moves quickly and makes price discoveries and makes really bullish moves, you know, and that's just the reality of it, you know, and that's the way things roll. So once again, you know, like people have requested, price targets are there in the video, but, you know, just that little bit of TA at the end for anyone that sticks around. So thank you if you have stuck around to the very end. I do appreciate it. You know, it's going to be nice to be able to, I guess, get a small amount of reward this month from the monetization, and yeah, you know, and I can only share that with you in the future because those funds are going to go to a training course that I'm going to be on that is going to provide you with more value. So Patrick, Karim, and North Charts over there on Twitter are running a course, you know, a very private kind of, you know, small workshop where I will be able to test my knowledge and build on it and give that back to ye all. And some of that is going to be paid for through the YouTube ad revenue, which I can now get because everyone's watching the channel. So thank you very much for helping me out in that journey. And like I say, I'm hoping to pay it back to you by learning more about indicators and learning more about charts and how to understand them, read them, interpret them, enter them, exit them, and that sort of thing. So good things ahead for Crypto Plan and, you know, whatever charts we start following once this crypto bull run is over. So good stuff, everyone. I shall leave it there, and thank you very much. Once again, like and subscribe and click that notification bell. It really is going to help us grow and grow and grow and grow. Bye now.